Hello everybody, hope you guys are doing well. So our goal is to make this uh so we are going to make the sidebar. Uh so we need to have that basically when we click on, say, when we select this, you should get a tick mark over here. When we click on this, you should get a tick mark. So we can have an element. So this element generally provides the default tick to one element, right? Let's say partial. That means we can select which element is ticked. So this tick mark and everything, it's already there in HTML. The only thing that we need to add is an attribute. So the moment it gets selected, right, to have that tick mark beside this, you add a selected kind of an attribute that we need to pass into the HTML, I guess. Once we have that, uh, then we can then we can have the first. Let's add in that sidebar. There's no sidebar. There's no that. This is the form, right? There was yeah, so let's work on div dot. So this is something. So we need to add that before the text bar, right? That selection has to come. Also, once you click on send, then it should get that SMS sent message, I guess. Then so for in the, yeah, let's have this and then let's make it. I guess it will be probably display none from what I'm seeing it. So yeah, we are going to input a number. Which screen is on? Yeah, so you're going to enter a number here. The moment you hit send button, you're going to have a message sent saying SMS sent. And then uh let's have that select thing, right? So you do a select. Let's add in a class is select country, and then in the year select option. This is going to be 34, and then what are we going to have is flags. Okay, then you have 33, then you have, so basically let's add two flags inside this. Right now I guess it's all going to be overlapping. The reason being, if I just open my doc, so I have got the flag, But then this is not what we want. That comes with the option only. So if you okay, so this telephone code, right? So based on what we select, the telephone code has to change. First is we need to add an event listener to this. Now, what are we trying to have here? Let's break it. It's become a little bit confusing here, I guess. Basically, we have the flag. So this is for the flag, and then I have the input number, right? So generally, okay, the standard code or the first digits basically are country code. So based on what flag we have, our country code should be ticked in. So what all do we need to add? So we need to monitor this flag and this input bar. So first let's select. Okay, I will have to add a class, I guess. Add a class to this. And so this is, let's go back to JS and then let's do this document dot. Now what? Inside this I need to pass the class name, right? So then this is going to be dot my class name, right? So input and then I'll need to select country as well. So let's let's use camel kissing and let's add what's the class name? So now we have selected both the elements, right? So now what we want to do is Now how we want to do is the moment we so, so now we have to listen for some event, right? When that when the value when this value should update is when this is changed. So I'm going to add a event listener to select country. So I select country dot out. What event are we listening for and what is the callback that I need to do? So the event I'm listening for is change, and then when this triggers, uh, now I need to call in a function, right? So let's use a arrow function. Now what that function should do is, um, so we need to change the telephone value, right? So input tel dot. Why am I not getting? There's some problem. Let me check. Expression expected. Oh yeah, so here I'm going to append 9, right? So what I've done is I've added so the input tel dot value. It will be so the way numbers are displayed is you have plus something, right? So I'm adding this plus and then is country dot value. Now select I guess the value what is talking about is this. So for example, if I do so 34, then 34 will come here, and then I'll be having some empty thing to fill in. Let's try this thing. Okay. So suppose if I say yes, so plus 33 has come, right? And plus 34 has come. This leads to, but then for Spain, there should be a default value that comes in. This is on change, right? On change it's working, but then there should be a default that should come. Let's work on the default. By default there should be some value coming in, right? That is okay. There is no default value that comes in. Now I need to add the default value, right? So that default value will be uh if it's as an attribute called as selected. I got on change. On change is not an issue. It's input type. Now what if, so now what is happening here is, uh, that is okay. If something is written here, then that changes, I guess. That is clearly removed. And plus, I shouldn't be able to add. Um, I shouldn't be able to add characters. I need only so we need to work something. Like, what if it's not? Initially, there wouldn't be any country code present. So what if there is no code present here? Oh, you can have one option of say no country selected. Because initially, yeah, generally it comes that no color country selected pop up, right? And then this has to be disabled. Yeah, right now the problem that is, this has to be that the default, right? And initially, yeah, what if I say, you know, JS will be triggered afterwards, right? So it's better to have the attribute initially attribute set. By that, what I'm saying is, disabled. No, what I'm trying to uh, this is the form, right? And initially the values are empty. So once the page loads, right? So just nothing should be selected here, and here it should say select a country, and this all options should be disabled. So the point I'm trying to say is, if I add this initial feature using JS, uh, JS will load after this box has come up, right? So that is not a good option, I feel. Uh, yeah, that's better to have it set using HTML for the initial one. Yeah, let's have the yeah, I guess that is the best thing that we can do. Let's have it. So for okay, yeah, we need to add one thing, right? So let's go back to our code. Let's disable this. So first we are going to add one more option. Tag didn't come up. And here inside the value we are going to make it, let it be none, let it be selected, then let it be disabled, and once then it has to be so the option that it will say is uh, select the country. If I go back and initially it's going to become big. But there is this selected thing as well, right? So let's get rid of this. So instead of this is generally country name, right? So I can do Spain. And then this keys have come up here. Hasn't it refreshed? See. However, you can do, right? And initially, the moment I click on Spain, +34 has come. And then one problem is if there's any say, I need to uh, only have numbers being present. So this. So first let's include inside the input, right? Yeah, let's add in a. This is basically regex like pattern matching. So if you can only take that specific thing, right? Oh, why is it taking again? Wait, something is. There is a. Yeah, I have to add that ID tag probably. Add an ID to. Even in the input tag, it's asking for us to probably enter ID. Why is it taking? No, if it's. You know what? We can do something more. We can call in a number that brings the just the format as well as the country code. No, number. There is a API that can do that. So for example, if I go to this website, so let's say my browser screen. Yeah. If we go to this website, right? Uh, let me check. Wait. There's something. So yeah, let's take the example of like WhatsApp. So the moment you open, so if you click on login, uh, it shows this option, right? And here it is, numbers is disabled, and you can everything is color and everything else is. So you are getting the country name with the flag name and here's the region. These are all. It looks like an API contour. Let's check. Network element is. I need to have the network tab open. So go to this. Some sort of API concept or network. If I refresh it over here and then that is the emoji set. This is if I see there is something happening. Let's like this. Let's have it refreshed. Let's go on. At some point there is some data has to come in. Let's see again some network call is triggered here. See this portion there is this hyphens and everything. So the first time I click, then it shouldn't have that formatting. Where is that API though? What are the possible APIs? This is API. Let's see. Do I have a full? I don't let me. So you can. This is the documentation. This is that unique key that I need to enter. So this also has to happen in the background. Do we have an API that gives, like, suppose you enter a. I was planning on that line. There's an API called REST countries. Let me check. What does that API do? Oh, this is something. This information where REST. This should be a doc. Oh, it's directly going with. Let me look up. Or by look up I mean on the. Yeah, so you mentioned in the name over here. List of codes. Let's hide this tab. And then say Canada. Not found. Why? So there's an example as well. Well, let me try the example. Uh, there is this one thing. I guess this is like a demo. Oh, see so much. And now let's. Do I have JSON formatter? JSON. Oh, let's have that JSON format or extension. Let's go back here. Oh yeah, see it's uh so this is 60. Let's search for, search for something else. You have Peru, Colombia, +5. It gives the flag as well. No variant. Oh, it's only 170, right? So what if I say, let's make it 200. How many countries do we have? Let's make it 2000. Oh, this is the mm, search by CCA to. There is some code that I need to get. CCA2, CCN3, what is this? Not found. Also, this code has to come. Then what's the code? No, in the. So the code. Oh, I guess what has happened is this is not V1. Yeah, so Republic of India. So basically, this has to be the country name. Say if I say Germany. Oh, the starting three has come. This is cool. If I say +1, if I say uh, +1 again. Oh, then there is starting numbers as well. You can have the root is what we are looking for. If I come to India, uh, the root is +9. Okay, we got a new API, so we'll work on this. We'll try to add that thing in our layout, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till that time, take care. Bye bye. Please subscribe to my channel.